Hello and welcome. This is Katie. Thanks so much for stopping by. I am excited to be back with another 5 holiday cards to build your stash for Christmas in July. Almost to the end of the month, and we're up to 15 cards. But don't fret, we've got the rest of the year. We're going to keep bringing every once in a while some holiday cards, gift tags. We're going to get you squared away so you're never going to be without your holiday cards, and you can actually relax this holiday season instead of doing last minute cards like I usually do. But without further ado, we are going to be using some palm tree and Everglades Color Hive inks. We're going to be using the Holiday Greens mini die set from Tim Holtz and Sizzix, and then we've got the Bold Holiday Sentiments from Maker Forte, and we've got the Distress Plaid stamp set from Maker Forte as well. Brilliance Moonlight White we're going to use for our stamping, and then we're going to use some hot foils and deco foils with some double-sided adhesive. Now I went ahead and used my Autumn Red Nouveau Drops to add my berries to my berry branch. Nouveau Drops tend to take a little bit of time to dry, so I did those ahead of time. And now we're going to whip out our greenery and use Palm Tree first with a sponge dauber, lightly adding some color, and then once I get that done, I will come in with some Everglades. Now, if you don't have Palm Tree, any light green is going to work. And if you don't have Everglades, any dark green is going to work. So just use what you have if you don't have these two ink colors. And coming in with the Everglades, initially I did use the ink that was already on the sponge dauber, but I wanted to add a little bit more, so I dipped in and dabbed off on my glass mat because I wanted to slowly add in that dark green because I still wanted to have that variation between the palm tree and Everglades. So once we get that inked up, we're going to set those to the side to dry, and then we're going to do our stamping of our panel. Now I'm going to show you one panel because they're all pretty much the same how they get put together. Of course, all the stamping's the same. So we're stamping up our Distress Plaid stamp with some Brilliance Moonlight White. I'm going to ink that up 3 times. You're going to see how that color builds up with just 3 stampings. And I am going to show you the foiling for 2 panels. So we're going to do one with the hot foils. I am heat setting that pigment ink too so that I can keep moving. If you have time and you can set these off to the side to dry, you can do that too. But I'm going to do the hot foil and then I'm going to do deco foil. So 2 panels I'm going to show you, but we're going to put 1 card together. So 1/8 of an inch double-sided adhesive. Any double-sided adhesive is going to work, but I definitely recommend the 1/8 of an inch because it's nice and thin. And you could use 1/4 of an inch, but I think the 1/8 of an inch isn't as overpowering. So here is our blue hot foil. And I don't have a ton of the deco foils, so I'm using the glimmer foil. And I know a lot of people question if you can use adhesive with your hot foils, and I'm showing you that you absolutely can. And so here we're going to add that other strip of adhesive. Now I am adding the adhesive around the corner or the edge of the cardstock because I want the foil to wrap around so that it doesn't just cut off at the edge. Now I will say that if you need a nice crisp foiling impression, I would go with the deco foil. The deco foil is a little bit thicker than the hot foil, and so you're going to get more of the foil to release off onto this double-sided adhesive with the deco foil. It doesn't bother me to have a little bit of a distressed look with the hot foils, so I'm not worried about it, but if that does bother you, then definitely go with the deco foils. I have a bunch of hot foils, so I'm using what I got. I only had this champagne in deco foil. The other colors are more summery, not really holiday, if you will. So that's why I opted to show one of each so that you could see both of them are going to work. You could also use gilding flakes as well. Those just don't come in very many colors. So jute twine, whatever you got. This is what I'm using to make my bow. I didn't measure this, but probably took about 3 feet off. Then I folded it in half and folded it in half again and snipped the ends so that I have all the loops open, and then just quickly creating a bow, and I'll snip those edges off there for the tail. And now we're going to start piecing our panel together. So a little bit of liquid glue, adding in our first piece of greenery. Then we're going to get the berry drops, and I opted for the white cardstock and not coloring that in because I wanted that red for the berries to pop. And adding in our second greenery, and now I'm going to tuck the berries in between those two and kind of hang it down a little bit further in the center there. And you can change this up. Like I added the greenery first on this panel. I'm using some of the glue dots from Thermal Web to add to my ribbon or my bow, and then I'll add that on to my panel. But on some I stamped before I added the greenery. This one I stamped after I added the greenery. Totally up to you, however you want to, add your stamping in. Here I am trimming it up again just to shorten the ribbon a little bit more, the bow a little bit more. So the bold holiday sentiments that I'm using, the Merry Christmas is really long. And so I don't like to cut my stamps. I did that once and I regretted it. Even though you can put them back together and all that, it bothered me. So I'm using a piece of tape to cover up part of that Christmas so that if I got any ink from inking up the Merry, I wouldn't, add it to my panel. Just be sure and take that tape off because I didn't on a couple of my panels, and I got black schmutz on there that my sand eraser did not take off. So just take that adhesive off if you're going to do any type of masking. Now coming in, I lined up the Christmas where I wanted it and doing some stamping. I did stamp the Merry and the Christmas twice with the Eclipse black ink, and I love how this looks. I love how rustic it is, and that distress stamp set, it's one of my faves. When that released, I couldn't wait to get my hands on it. Adding a little dab of glue underneath one of the berries there at the bottom. Everything else is kind of popped up and raised, but that finishes up the cards. Look at a nice variety of cards. They're all the same, but a little bit different with the different sentiments, and a great little set to give to someone if you wanted to, or to obviously add to your stash so you can have a variety of cards to give out to people. But that is going to finish it up. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed these cards. Again, we're up to 15 cards for Christmas in July. And if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Be sure and check the description box below to follow us over at the Crafter Party. That's Maker Forte's Facebook group, and share what you guys are making. We love to see what you guys are creating. Here's a couple of videos. If you hadn't had a chance to check out the last couple videos, I'll link them up here. And again, don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you in the next video.